Their service is a part of America's history. Join us as we step into their story.
I came to the United States to finish my doctoral degree in ministry in Boston, Massachusetts. Back in the Philippines, I was a military officer serving in the reserves in the Philippine Army. And during that time, because military service was compulsory in our educational system, I went through ROTC, Reserve Officers Training Corps, and got my commission, and from time to time was activated as a reservist. I served as a first lieutenant. I served as a battery commander in a artillery unit because my MOS was artillery. One of the branches of the armed forces, the Air Force, had no openings, and that was what I was interested in. They had openings in the Navy, but being a poor sailor that I am, and I get seasick right away, I decided to wait a little bit and see if the Army, the United States Army, had any openings. And of course, stupid that I was, I wanted to go airborne, be with the paratroopers and the special forces, not knowing that it was a tough job to do. I was informed that I was going to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, which was not very far from Richmond, Virginia. And that made me happy. And of course, not knowing the Army life in the U.S., my wife and my family were happy as well. The chief of chaplains was at Fort Bragg. He was the post chaplain, the Corps chaplain, the 18th Airborne Corps chaplain. He was looking for a fella that could speak different languages, plus be active and able to compete with the special forces or rangers or whatever. You see, my assignment then was with Corps Artillery. I was the chaplain at Corps Artillery. They chose me because the 7th Special Forces Group was oriented towards South America. And that is one reason why when they needed training, they got all those who were new in the group to go down to South America to do jungle training. And that's how I went to Panama and trained in the Panama jungle. It was very interesting with all the monkeys and all that. And Panama is tropical, is a tropical country, and it's exactly the same kind of latitude as the Philippines. So the fruits down there are very, very familiar to me. So one time when we were out in the field, I was eating guavas, and my companions, who all come from the States, don't know what guavas are. And they said, "Don't eat that, sir, you'll die." And I said, "No, these are guavas." And when I saw some mangoes and some plums, tropical plums, I started eating them too. And they were looking at the books yet. We had to teach them how to kill chickens or dress a snake. in the Philippines, a snake will live if you don't cut off its head. So we had to cut off the head, slit it, and then just peel the skin out of the body of the snake. When I was moved to the Special Forces group, everybody had to jump out of airplanes. So I volunteered to go into jump school. And so the good thing is there was a jump school in run by the Special Forces folks. So at least I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed there in Fort Bragg, and we trained. And oh, it was, but it was in that category that, you know, your body is beat at the end of the day. But once you have learned to jump, you will have what we call an adrenaline fix. I thought I could never jump, but my goodness, my first jump, I opened my eyes, I saw my feet go up. Oh, the wind was blowing, scared the daylights out of me, but I survived. The rest of my jumps to finish the jump school were night jumps, meaning I closed my eyes when I exited the aircraft. I was instructed that in case we get attacked, my job, aside from playing chaplain, was to make sure that the Claymore mines, would be activated, because everybody would be shooting at that point. I was then they called it the Aviation Command Chaplain. I was a colonel already. I was the Aviation Command Chaplain assigned to Fort Rucker, Alabama. And I was also what they call the post chaplain of Fort Rucker. And that was the best assignment I had in my whole Army career. Well, my job is to facilitate, really, letting people know my Lord Jesus Christ. That's my job.